Hi, this is Mitch Holder. I'm at Wildwood Guitars in Colorado, and I want to talk about something I hear a lot in teaching over the years. I've been teaching all through my career, and the one thing that I hear all the time from students that come and I ask them, well, what do you want to work on? And I get a lot of, well, I want to know what scale to play over each chord when I'm soloing. I hear that. I've been hearing that for years. And the thing about that is, if you look at that question and say we have a C major 7, and I play a C scale, well, yeah, that'll work. What do you think? And then the other word I hear all the time is, that's boring. Well, I answered your question. You asked me what scale to play over what chord. Well, we got to see. Well, let's play a relative minor. Relative minor is a 6, is A. What do you think? It's boring. That's boring. Well, I answered your question. I told you, here's another scale to play. There it is. Okay. So what we need is, and this is both the creative part of music and the challenge of music, is, well, you got to rearrange those scale tones to come up with some kind of a little, could be a motif, it could be a line, a theme, and so forth. Yeah, that is exactly the focal point, and it doesn't have to be a lot of notes. In other words, if I take that C major 7, there's a few notes. It could be even less notey. So it's all about what do you hear? There's more melodic content in there than there is in. I don't get a whole lot from that. So that's the tool. The scale's the tool. The scale's telling you that's the note in that key. Then we've got root, third, fifth, major 7 in this case. Those are the chord tones. If I break the chord tones down, I have an arpeggio. Use those a lot. You can use those if you hear a C major 7. Now, I'm not playing a pure arpeggio, but the arpeggio is mixed in there. I'm hearing other notes with it. You just got to play. You got to play. So, another thing is knowing your harmonized scale. Every key, whatever key you're in, there's a formula. When you develop root, third, fifth on each tone of the scale, you're going to get this result. You're going to get the one chord. I'll do it in C. First chord's a C major. If you stack the next note, D, D, F, A, out of the C scale, you get a D minor. And the third tone, you get an E minor. Fourth tone, you get an F major. Fifth tone, you get a G major. Sixth tone, you get an A minor. Seventh tone, you get a B diminished. And then on the eighth tone, root, you get a C major again. So whatever key you're in, when you harmonize the scale, you're going major, minor, minor, major, minor, dominant, diminished, major. Okay, if we carry that to the 7th, it'll sound like this. C major 7. Second tone is D minor 7. Third tone, E minor 7. Fourth tone, F major 7. Fifth tone, G7. Sixth tone, A minor 7. Seventh tone is going to be a B diminished, half diminished minor 7. Whoops. This is a stretchy one. Ouch. And C major 7. Okay, obviously you can see the B minor 7. I don't use that voicing too much. But at any rate, how is our harmony derived? We say, wait, well, 1, 6, 2, 5. What's that? Well, I take my 1 chords, a C major 7. 6 chords, an A minor 7. 2 chords, a D minor 7. 5 chord is a G7. Have I ever heard that? Yeah, I've heard that in a few spots. so forth. So all of our harmony is based on this diatonic system. And I can use any one of those chords. So if I have a C major and I want to play E minor over it, here's a C major 7. Takes my ear to a whole other place. So, and the way I look at it, a lot of guitar players, and I found not so many horn players. When I ask horn players about the modes, they don't talk much about that. Say, well, no, I don't think too much of that. Guitar players, what mode are you playing? What mode are you playing? And Tommy Tedesco came up with a great line to that. Somebody asked him, Tommy, what mode are you thinking about when you're soloing? And he said, Big Tommy, big Italian, the only mode I'm thinking about when I'm soloing is pi alla mode. I go, okay, that'll work. Tastes good too. So if we think about a C chord and we play, well, there's a D minor in there. They say, well, that's D Dorian. I have to go to another level of thinking to get to D Dorian, as opposed to saying, well, I'm gonna move my scale over from playing from C to C, from playing D to D, and superimposing it over the C major 7. So you can do that all day long and never think about it. I don't think too much about what mode I'm in, because when I'm playing, I don't have time. Again, you got to react and you got to play. You don't have time to think about, see, what mode am I in? No, play. So yeah, it's there. Like if I play that C and I play, I'm still playing around that C major 7. I was just playing an F. What's the tonality in a C with the F? It's F major. I was playing around an F major 7. Am I going to just do that all the time? No, I'll experiment, listen to what it sounds like, pick out the notes that I like, and then put it together with other notes. Not ever one thing. It's a combination of all the tools you know. You want to know your scales, you want to know your arpeggios, you want to know your chord tones, passing tones, altered tones with the dominants, and you want to know the chromatic scale, because you got to get from point A to point B. If I'm doing a cascade, again, C major 7, I'm coming down, where am I going to land? I'm going to use my ear, and I'm not going to think about, well, I think I'll end on the 3rd. No, I'll play this, maybe I'll end on the root, and throw something at the end. It's a matter of, but don't let, if you land on a non-chord tone, here's what that'll sound like. Now you're a chump, right? I'm a chump. Chump. Half step down. Hero. Chump. Step up. Hero. So you're always a half step away from being a hero, anywhere you are. And you know, the good musicians, when they hit the chump note, and they'll just kind of, and oh, that was neat. Had a little tension. You got to analyze it. Had a little tension, and then he resolved it on a color note on the 9th. Great. What's a musician thinking about? Half step. I'll be a hero. That's all. It's just survival. It's what I call music survival 101. So with those words, this is Mitch Holder signing off. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon.